Hi there and welcome. I'm Kenley. Hope you're doing well. So, welcome to my channel, Made with Love, where I do arts and crafts, how-to videos. Also, I'm into psychology, so this video is actually on that subject, and I also do tarot and things of the spiritual nature, but that's for another video. So, again, welcome. Hi, Mum, if you're watching. I know that we are very similar in this ability, and that ability being empathetic and the ability to cry easily. As in, we don't hold back. When we cry, it's because we're upset or we're feeling somebody else's pain. Or it could even be frustration, anger. Also, seeing animals in distress and pain, cruelty to animals and things like that. So, little did we know, or possibly didn't know, I know I didn't know, that there is the science behind this ability. And I say ability with intention, because it means that you are able to be vulnerable, to be real and authentic. It helps in bonding and connections with other people. A lot of people tend to associate crying a lot with being emotionally unstable, being oversensitive. I beg to differ. I definitely beg to differ. And just not being able to let stuff go. You know, the majority of people, in fact, would say it's almost childlike or emotionally stunted or immature. But, and it's a big but, I wish I had one. I used to have a but. Anyway, I digress. Psychology has come up with some facts. And so, get yourself a coffee, a cup of tea and a biscuit. Make sure that you're warm and comfortable, and I'll get into it. Just bear with me while I just get my notes. Thank you. So, here we go. I've got my notes. I'm just not very good at this video editing thing, you know. Yeah, it just seems to take me forever and ever and ever and ever. Right, so here are some things, and I know myself that I tend to do all of these, and my mum isn't as extreme as me, let's say. But me, myself, am a real mushy, lovey, feely person. I'm very in touch with my emotions, or otherwise known as emotionally intelligent, and I have a big heart, and I'm not afraid to wear it on my sleeve, although it does get me into trouble, strife and stress. I still operate from my heart chakra. So, if you, like me, number one, get emotional about many things that others don't. 2, get emotional while watching a movie, TV advert, I do. Whether it's happy, I can cry. If it's sad, I'll definitely cry. Animals in pain, people in pain, just anybody, anything suffering, even plants and flowers, gets me going. Seeing people or children, and by people, I mean not the obvious, like the close people to us, who we are emotionally connected to on a, personal level. I mean, we could encounter a stranger, and just by seeing their facial expressions, possibly tears, and the sound of the voice, that they're in distress, that gets me going. I can get in their shoes and wear their emotions as like a jacket, and then I feel their shit. And that is emotional intelligence and being connected. 3 or 4, I think we're on now, sorry. Do you get overwhelmed emotionally from beautiful nature, having a special experience with an animal, a wild animal possibly, or seeing a beautiful view, scenery, or visiting a magical natural beauty spot, witnessing a beautifully overwhelming sunrise or sunset? They all get me going, Yeah. If that's you also, listen up. So, like I said previously in this video, people in general tend to think that it means that we are emotionally weak, vulnerable, and I mean that as in like a naive type of vulnerable. Well, yeah, that is not true, not even remotely. So, where am I? Done with that. And so, if, like me, you know those pointers, the numbered, things that get us going, if you are like me and I tick all those boxes and then some, you more than likely, like myself, have been told you're going to have to toughen up. You need to grow a thicker skin. Don't take things to heart. Don't take them personal. I'm sorry, if you're talking to me, if you are addressing me, if you are interacting with me, then our interaction is personal to me. And you have my undivided attention. Maybe you've been told also, like myself, You're just too much. I just can't handle how emotional you are. You cry too much. And it does my head in. I can't handle seeing you upset. Stop crying. Why are you upset? What are you crying for? Get a grip. All these phrases and comments can deeply affect us. Can they not? Comment below. I'd love to hear your views, thoughts and opinions. Psychology tells us different. So in psychology, people like us are often referred to, not always, but often, as HSP. That stands for highly sensitive personality or person. It isn't the best term because it does invoke like a weak sort of feeling about it. But hey, just for now, we'll say that we are HSP. So we tend to be aware of and absorb, so take on, all the data in our surroundings and of the people in our environment. These can deeply affect us on an emotional level because we care. So we pick up on micro expressions. A lot of people miss those, and you would be surprised how many. Trust me. So, body language. Those who know would agree and also know that most communication isn't actually spoken in words, but is spoken through posture, body language, and microfacial expressions. So we've all heard of duper's delight, like a slight smile, means they're enjoying watching you in pain, in difficulty and struggling. In my opinion, well, what a arsehole, just for a nice way of putting it. So we can read people. Some people may say a human lie detector. Some people say very switched on and aware. And I would agree. So crying is a natural and healthier way to express all of these things that can put us into a fight, flight or fawn mode. So this affects our adrenal glands, situated near the kidneys. And so any stress we encounter, we release cortisol. People who don't cry, won't cry or can't cry easily, they walk around with this stress hormone racing around their body for hours. I believe more, so days, possibly weeks, months, or even years. Think about the implications of that, because there are some, and that is a fact. Crying helps our parasympathetic nervous system become balanced again, and basically like resets it, recollaborates it, whatever you want to call it. Crying also releases cortisol. It detoxifies it from the body in the tears that we cry. And so that's expressed. So, just bear with me. So, people who tend to hold back tears, shy away from them altogether, hide their tears, or totally just repress them and may find it repulsive that people can get so emotional about situations. These people, like I say, are overloaded more than likely with cortisol. And so that is very, very, negative for the physical, emotional, and mental body. We also express on crying some chemical hormone called leucine and enkephalin. These, believe it or not, are nature's painkillers. And it's obvious why. I don't even have to explain why. Emotional pain, release leucine and enkephalin, soothes the pain, whichever form it's in, or all. It is also vital for effective digestion of our food, restful sleep. So you may or may not know that stress and being in a fight or flight mindset will play havoc with digestion. You may have to take many trips to the loo. It could be for number ones, or it could be for number two. Whichever affects you. I'm a poet and didn't know it. So, by resetting your parasympathetic nervous system, we return back to our optimal state, ensuring that we bounce back unscathed almost, just as we were before said emotional trigger. Crying easily is not, in capital letters, a weakness or a flaw in or by any means, but a strength. Ever heard the term in psychology, you have to feel it to heal it? Because if you don't feel it, if you're not in it, if you've not experienced it, walked the path with the shoes on, then how could you ever heal it? Because you wouldn't know and be aware of it. So this is how we process our emotions. This is how we go through the emotions. Whether grief, loss, physical pain, overwhelming joy, whatever it is. This helps us process and go through the motions to get to the other side of being healthy and happy again. Being able to cry easily gives you an advantage over other people that can't. We can connect on an emotional level better, whether that's animals or people. It takes guts to be authentic, show how you feel, and be vulnerable, not in the naive sense, to wear your heart on your sleeve. It also takes guts to still love and to still be sensitive in an ever cold and logical, fast-paced world. So let me just rewind slightly. So the bad effects of cortisol, if not eliminated from the body in a healthy way, will lead to a decline in health. For example, high blood pressure, stress headaches, aches and pains, and any other form of dis-ease, which means you are uneasy, not comfortable, uncomfortable, you know. Etymology, I'm really into that. So, yeah, sorry. It's much easier for a lot of people, well, even us also, and we've all done it, to run, to distract from things that trigger us into an emotional state. Whether that's keeping yourself busy, drinking to numb the pain, going out with friends to take your mind off it, watching telly to escape reality. Or if it's worse than that, you could turn to drugs, narcotics, alcohol also comes under that term because it's a mind-altering substance. But as busy, distracted, and as far away from the trigger as you may believe, when you still come down to earth, in the cold light of day, when reality sinks in, everything we've ran from, hid from, distracted ourselves from, is still there. Even if it's not apparent at first, it will resurface. Mark my words. So I'm going to end this video, and I'm sorry it's quite long. Well, no, I'm not sorry, actually. It is what it is. So I just want to end this video with, cry your little eyes out, my dears. Just express it. Bring it up and get it out. Don't be afraid. Be brave. Warrior of love and light. And so with that, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. But please, 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 and I'm begging you, please like the video. Share the video to people that could be interested in this. Hit the notification bell and click all notifications to be notified of all my uploads. And yeah, comment, please comment in the comment section below, even if it's an emoji, even if it's just to say hi. Thanks. And I'll see you in the next video. Now take care. Bye bye.